Hello, guys. How are you all doing? I trust you've been doing great. I trust you've been keeping safe. Okay, so it is time for another interesting English language class. We're talking about idioms today. The topic for today is idioms, or you can say idiomatic expressions. Now, what is an idiom? Also called an idiomatic expression, is another name for idiom is idiomatic expression. What is it? It is an expression, a phrase, or a word that has a meaning that is different from the individual words. Okay, let that sink in. An idiom is can be a sentence, a statement, a phrase that is very different from the meaning, the literal meaning of the individual words. So we can as well say that an idiom is figurative. They have a figurative meaning or a symbolic meaning, and they are not the literal form of the words. For instance, I say, oh, my great grandfather has kicked the bucket. Kicked the bucket there is an idiomatic expression, it's an idiom. And kick the bucket doesn't mean that he used his leg to kick a bucket by error or by mistake or something. It only means that my great grandfather died. He passed on. So that is an idiomatic expression. Now it's an exciting class. Let us look at many others. Hit the nail on the head is an idiom. It doesn't mean what is done in this picture. It doesn't mean someone takes a hammer and a nail and hits the nail on his head. No. Hit the nail on the head means to find or say the exact or right answer to something. For instance, someone asks you a question and you answer it so perfectly. And then you can say, wow, you hit the nail on the head. That is exactly what it is. That is what that person means. It means that is exactly what it is. You hit the nail on the head. All right. So you have two up your sleeves now, two idioms up your sleeves. Kick the bucket, hit the nail on the head. They are many, and you only know them when you learn them. So let's look at others. Now, under one, the best thing since sliced bread. Have you ever heard this idiomatic expression? What does this mean? It means that something is the best and most useful innovation or development invented for a long time. Okay, so that's what the meaning, that's what the best thing since sliced bread means. I bought a new, I'm making a sentence now. Listen, I bought a new touchscreen computer. It is the best thing since sliced bread. Okay, so that is how to use it. Another way to use this idiom is, Samuel is so full of himself. He feels he is the best thing since sliced bread. So you can see now, someone feels, I'm the best, I'm so important and everything. So you can say that he feels he's the best thing since sliced bread. I hope you know what so full of himself means too. I think that's also an idiom. It means he's so proud. So I can as well say Samuel is so proud, or Samuel is so full of himself. He feels he is the best thing since sliced bread. Other idioms, like I said, they are a number. A far cry from means very different. I can say, oh, this color green is a far cry from this other green. They are not the same at all. That's what I mean. Or black is a far cry from white. All right. Take it easy means relax or rest. Piece of cake. Piece of cake means a job, task, or activity that is easy or simple. You can as well pause this video, look through these idioms, and learn the meaning of the idioms. On the ball means to be alert, to be active. Once in a blue moon, somewhat ill or gloomy. No. Once in a blue moon means very rarely, unusual, or very infrequently. Sorry, the one, two, three, four, five, six. The fifth and the sixth idioms were interchanged. Their meanings were interchanged. Sorry about that. Once in a blue moon means very rarely, unusual, or very infrequently. Something that doesn't happen at every time. It happens very rarely. For instance, you can say, my aunt comes to visit us once in a blue moon. That means she can even come like once in 3 years or something. That while under the water means somewhat ill or gloomy. Gloomy means sad, right? Okay, now let's continue. Be all ears. When someone is all ears, it means that the person is carefully listening to you. Hit the sack means go to bed. An arm and a leg. It cost this wristwatch that I am wearing cost an arm and a leg. It means that it cost a lot of money. It was very expensive. Now, up in the air means not yet finished. Go bananas. When you say someone's going bananas, it means the person is very angry, extremely angry. Keep in touch means keep in contact or keep in communication. Don't be a stranger. That's what keep in touch means. Another one, other idioms, white elephant means a useless item that no one wants. For instance, you can carry out a white elephant project or a white elephant project. That means a very, very useless project. Bury your head in the sand means pretend that nothing is wrong. Chickens hatch. Chickens before they hatch. Counting your chickens before they hatch means don't make plans upon something that has not happened yet. Putting the cart before the horse means to get the order of things backward. For instance, let's give a scenario. Wanting to be a doctor before you go to secondary school, before you attend secondary school, is like putting the cart before the horse or something similar. You're getting things out of order. You are ordering things backward. Now put your foot in your mouth. That doesn't mean take your foot up and put it in your mouth. It means to say something that you shouldn't have said. I guess that many of us have put our foot in our mouth several times before now. We have said things that we ought not to have said. Beating around the bush means avoid coming directly to the point and saying what you mean. In one ear and out the other. When someone says it went in one ear and left the other way, it means going through the mind but not being attentive. Now, up a tree means in trouble. Keep your shirt on means stay calm, relax. Now, these are others, many others. Now, I would advise you to pause this video and read them and their meanings. Bell the cat means take on a difficult or impossible task, a very difficult task. It may be possible, but difficult. Who will bail the cat? Well, I'm not going to bail the cat. That means that I'm not going to take on this very difficult task. So, early bird, get someone's goat, go to the dogs, beyond the pale, Mother Nature, through the grapevine, out of the woods, all wet. On cloud nine, rain, cats and dogs, chase rainbows. You can see that the meaning of these words are not the literal in the literal sense, but in a figurative sense. Pause this video and look at their meanings. A piece of cake means something very easily accomplished or done, right? So I'm not talking about give me a piece of cake. I can just say, well, that thing is a piece of cake. That means that I can easily do that. Writing numbers 1 to 1000 is a piece of cake for me. That means that it's something that you can easily accomplish. Another idiom, it cost me an arm and a leg, means it cost a lot of money. She forgot, so I jogged her memory. That doesn't mean that I stood on her head and started jogging, right? It just means that I remembered her. So to jog one's memory is to remind. So I reminded her to jog one's memory is to remind one of something. Okay, let me jog your memory a little bit. You remember that time that we did this and we did that? Yes, that's jogging one's memory. All right. So these are others. Shed crocodile tears means to pretend to be sorry. Please stop shedding crocodile tears. You cannot deceive me. Okay, once in a blue moon, we've talked about that. Break a leg. Break a leg means to perform so well at something. For instance, you want to act a play or drama in school, and you are acting it in front of a large crowd, and your classmate says, "Wow, break a leg." That means that person is wishing you all the best. That the person doesn't mean that you should fall down the stage and break a leg. All right, hit the hay or hit the hay sack means go to bed. I'm so tired. I need to hit the hay. It means go to bed. And then stab in the back means to betray someone. All right, now this is what you're going to do for me. Some of these idioms, 10 of them, you're going to take them and use them in a sentence, in sentences, 10 sentences for the 10 idiomatic expressions. These are some other idiomatic expressions. Do you know what they mean? Some we have already taken a look at some. We've talked about cloud nine and some others here. So can you decipher what these idiomatic expressions mean? All right, so try and put them down. Some idiomatic expressions, when you see them, you can easily explain them, but some of them you just have to know them to know them. All right, so those are two exercises for you. There are so many, like I said, and you just have to learn them in order to know them. Idiomatic expressions, why? Why idiomatic expressions? They take our writing and speaking a higher notch, as in they just take it to another level. It shows how creative we can be. Make more use of them and see your work come more alive. Okay, so that's it about idioms for now. Like I said, remember the exercises I gave you. Use 10 of the given idioms in a sentence, and then these ones, try and explain them. Two heads are much better than one. I've been on cloud nine all day. When my dad found out, he blew his top. Just try and explain what he blew his top means. Cloud nine. Two heads are better than one. I have a lemon on my hands. Lemon on my hands. Fishy. What is fishy? Fair weather. What's fair weather? Shooting the breeze. What's shooting the breeze? Zip your lip. What's zip your lip? All ears. What's all ears? All washed up. What is all washed up? Okay. So remember that there are loads and loads of idioms, and you only have to learn more and more as you read more. So read more, and see you in the next class. Bye.